This is problem 8-62 from section 8.1.3. Write a possible equation for the graph at right. There's a couple approaches that you might have to this one, depending on whether you think it's a sine curve or a cosine curve, and either one is okay. So initially I thought of this as cosine. I recognized this point would be the highest point, and the amplitude is changed, and the starting, shifting left and right has been changed from regular cosine. So I took it in terms of cosine, and that's up to you. So one way is that if that was supposed to be the starting spot, it's supposed to be over here, and this has been moved to the right pi over 2. So I'm going to have minus pi over 2. Remember, it's the opposite when I'm going left and right. Next thing that's different is my amplitude. If we see the middle, or the midline, is right through here, okay? And the distance above and below that, this little notch right there, that's 2. That one little thing, each of the little intervals is worth 2 on the y-axis. So it goes from 2 to 6. That's a distance of 4. So the amplitude in both directions on top of the top half and the distance to the bottom half would be 4. So here's one possible equation, if you thought of it in terms of cosine. Okay. Now I'm going to also think of this if you maybe thought about it as sine. Okay, so let's clear this out. We're going to do sine in some red. So sine starting amount is here. It's supposed to start at 0, 0. Okay. So it did not move left and right at all. So I'm going to keep this part the same. But what it did do is it's been shifted up, right? It's been shifted up too many. So this is where it's supposed to start, 0, 0, but it's been moved up 2. So this has been moved up 2. Again, we need to think about the amplitude, which is the midline is in the same spot. Its amplitude is 4 above. This is a distance of 4. This is a distance of 4. So its amplitude is 4. So either of those two equations would work for you, depending on how you thought about it. If you shifted it, maybe you thought about a different point, and maybe you started with like this one and you thought that was where it was supposed to be, you're going to have a different equation. But there are multiple ones, but these are probably the most common two. I'd check with your teacher if you're not sure about how to write an equation, give them the graph.